Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you to support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. I was just checking out Little House in the Big Woods. You know what? It's a story I've never read. Isn't that amazing? I feel like all of my friends read it, and they've all told me how amazing it is. Do you want to read it with me? That'd be a lot of fun. Check it out. You can get it from Sora or maybe your local library, and we can all read it together. It's set way back in history. We would learn a lot of different things about those pioneering days, right? Okay, so before I put my book down though, I do want to do a quick little shout out to Calwa Elementary. Great job. You guys are number 3 on our countdown to the top schools who are checking out books from Sora. So you guys are number 3 in the whole district for Fresno Unified. Nice job. Keep up the good work. I love to hear that you guys are checking out books. All right, so good morning, happy Wednesday. It's time to get started. So we have 3 things that we're gonna go through today. We're gonna look at our silent letters. We're gonna practice reading some words with those. We're gonna look at our possessive nouns, both plural and singular, and some spelling patterns that go with that. And then we're gonna finish off our morning looking at some prefixes. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's warm up those brains. Let's read those high frequency words. All right, we've got all 10 of them up here for the week, but if there's one that you want to practice, jot it down and work on it through the week. By the end of the week, you're going to be spectacular with it. I guarantee it. All right, let's go. Read them big and loud from home. I should be able to hear you all the way down here. From, full, funny, gave, get, give, go, goes, going, and good. Nicely done. Okay, so if I take these 2 words, get, G-E-T, and give, G-I-V-E, we're gonna use these in sentences today. But you know what? Here's something I wanna talk to you about, because oftentimes when we read the beginning of a sentence, we'll think we might know what the answer is. And I wanna encourage you, especially in 3rd grade, read the whole sentence. You're gonna find some clues that are gonna help you figure it out. Don't believe me? Let's check these out. All right, I've got 2 sentences. We're gonna use give and get in them. Okay, so, oh my gosh, look at this. They start just the same. I like to, now is where we're gonna have to figure this out. So let's do the first one. I like to, my mom a big hug. How about the second one? I like to, big hugs from my kids. Oh, so one is talking about giving to someone else, and the other is talking about receiving. So I like to give my mom a big hug, and I like to get big hugs from my kids. Did you see that? Nicely done. So 3rd grade, you guys are doing a great job of thinking as you're reading. So that's an excellent, excellent strategy. Okay, let's go through. I want us to look at our ghost letters today. Our ghost letters are really just silent letters, but because it's getting close to Halloween, we thought that that would be kind of fun. So we have our little ghosts here. So ghost digraphs are simply letters that you see them, but you don't hear them. So let's go through and practice. I'm gonna go down here to the bottom of my chart today because we've been reading through these all week long, and I wanna kind of finish off the bottom here. So when I look right here and I see LK, and I look at my word, I know that my L is actually gonna be one of my ghost letters because this word is pronounced folk, like folk rock. Okay, we don't say folk, it's folk, okay? Then we've got BT, And the B is actually silent because when we look here and the word is subtle, we don't hear that B. It's very quiet, right? It's a ghost. And then the last example, we have ST. Now the T in castle, even though there's a T there, it's quiet, it's a silent letter. So we're going to practice reading and identifying some of those words in just a moment. The next thing that I want us to work on and kind of review a little bit of are those possessive nouns. So when we look at, oops, my poster got stuck. Okay, when we look at our possessive nouns, there are some rules to how we show ownership. So a possessive noun shows ownership. That means it belongs to them. Now, there are 3 different kind of considerations that we need to think about. One being if the noun is singular, it's all by itself, like one girl, then all we need to do to the word girl to show ownership is to add an apostrophe S. So here's the example. A girl's book. We add an apostrophe S. That means that the book belongs to the girl. If we look down here, we have 2 girls. So now our noun is plural. So it says a plural possessive noun is formed by adding only an apostrophe if the plural noun ends with S. So because we're talking about 2 girls, girls ends with the letter S. All we have to do to show ownership is to add the apostrophe. So 2 girls' books. And then finally, if our plural possessive noun does not end with an S, the possessive is formed by adding an apostrophe and an S. So for example, children is plural. So we're going to add an apostrophe S to show ownership. So if we're talking about the children's books, they belong to the children, we would add apostrophe S. Okay, let's do a couple of examples. So when I look here, I've got a singular possessive. So I have child. Child just means that there's one, right? One boy or girl. So if the dog belongs to my child, then I would say this is my child's dog. So what do? I add apostrophe S. In writing, that lets the reader know that the apostrophe S shows ownership. The dog belongs to the child, my child's dog. Okay, if the words are plural, so look here, both of these are plural nouns. Mice is plural for mouse, and clocks ends with an S, and it means that there's more than one. So these are both plural. What's our rule when our plural word does not end with an S? So if the mice live in a cage, the cage belongs to all of the mice. We could say the mice's, and you've got it, we add the apostrophe S. I know it sounds funny, the mice's cage, because it belongs to all of those mice. And then if we were talking about all the different clocks in their hands, then we would say all clocks, because it has an S. Look at this one. This one's different. We add the apostrophe after the S, and that shows ownership. All clocks' hands. All right. Nicely done. Okay, let's look at this real quick on a practice sheet, because this is what you're going to see in your classroom, is something like this. So when you're looking here, you always want to start with your instructions. It says, read the sentence, circle the word that begins with a silent letter, and then underline that silent letter. So let's look at the first one. Read with me, big and loud. I know how to ice skate. Did you see any silent letters? Yeah, what about the word no? So I'm going to circle no. What letter was silent? You guys are so smart right there. Yeah, we didn't say kano, we said no. How about this one? I wrote my name on the paper. Do you see any words with silent letters? Yes, wrote has a silent letter. What is the silent letter in wrote? You got it, third grade, right there. That W, we don't say it. Let's jump down below and practice a few of our possessive nouns. So, the dog's bowl needs more water. How many dogs are we talking about? Well, in this case, probably just one, right? And to show ownership, we would say apostrophe S. Try one more. Oh, look at this. We have men. Is men plural already? It is. So it doesn't end with an S. Men is already plural. The men's softball game is today. So we add apostrophe S. Nicely done. Okay, third grade. I want to go through and practice a little bit with our prefixes. We've been talking this week about prefixes, base words. Suffixes are coming in the future, so I'm not going to talk about them a whole lot today, but a prefix is just that small group of letters that are found at the beginning of a base word, and they're going to change the meaning of that word. For example, we talked about re, dis, and un. We talked about what those mean, but I'm going to pull this over because I have it over here, so we have it as a cheat sheet. Okay, so we have re means again, un means not, and dis means not, right? So let's look. I've got a couple of words down here. I have distrusted and disagreed. Help me decide, what does distrusted or disagreed mean? So let's think about it for a second. If I take away the dis, what's my base word? My base word is trust, right? So trust, that was where you believe someone, right? If I take away the dis in disagreed, what do I have? I have agreed. And so dis means that they don't agree. Okay, so if I have these two words, I want to put them in a sentence. Let's read it. My two cousins about which team is better. They like different teams. So which word would fit best there? Do they distrust each other or do they disagree with one another? That's right. They disagreed about which team was better, and I know that because the author gave me a clue and was saying they liked different teams. If they had agreed, we would have taken away that prefix, right? Excellent job. You guys are so smart and you have been learning so much this week. I am so excited to see it all. Today, we practiced our silent letters. We looked at our possessive nouns, both plural and singular, and we finished off a little bit of practice with some prefixes. So I just want to say thanks for hanging with me this morning as you're getting ready for school, and to remind you, remember, you are responsible for your learning success. So listen, ask questions, and share your ideas, because together we can do so much more. I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow on PBS. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.